program, I always like to begin by just showing you where I kind of get my inspiration, shopping, looking online, kind of from you, all over the place. I think that ready to wear has so many great things to offer, and with spring, whites are just so beautiful. So I want you to take a quick look at this photo. Meghan Markle with that cape idea, the whole overlay idea, she really started all that. And for this spring, it's being done in all white. It's simply beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. So I used a combination of fabrics, and I'm going to give you the numbers just so that you can have some type of relevance as to what I used and why I used it. Kendosa's top is the pattern I used. You have it. We love it. It's just so flattering. It's such a great top. There's not a body. It's not comfortable or looks great on. So my goal here was to pair it with a black, or if I wanted to be a little more casual, I could pair it with a dark denim, and either way you'd get that black and white look or that light and dark look, which is just really, really flattering. All right, so what I did is this bottom fabric, and again, it doesn't matter, that bottom fabric can be knit or woven. I actually used a knit. I used fabric number 2312, and it's a really light pontoroma, but it has great stretch to it. And actually, because it has such great stretch to it, I used it for the cuffs as well, just because I felt like it tied in the top a little bit better, but obviously it's optional. For the overlay, you wouldn't need a knit, except that when it comes to this portion, you've got to have some stretch to it because it sits on the arm. It pulls up on the arm and stays on the arm. So this actually has stretch to it. This is a knit embroidery. This is fabric number 2356. I just absolutely love it. It has a beautiful scalloped edge. I'm going to show you a little close-up of that. And I wanted that to be at the bottom. But the way the stretch and the way the pattern and the way the fabric works and the way it's uneven, none of that's possible. So then obviously the idea came to me, well, I'll just cut it off and sew it back on, which is exactly what I did. Except that what I did is I used the lace, and this lace is 1738, to pull them together. So I love the way it looks. It's the lace overlay. It's a sculpt all the way around, and it just really pulled it together nicely. So we'll show close-ups of all this. You can see that there's my raw edge. I put the sculpted overlay right next to it, and then I put the lace on top. And again, we'll show all that close. So this is just really easy to do, just an idea of using lace. Lace, black, white is so popular for spring that it's just, you can see a lot of it. I wanted to add a little bit of silver. I love white and silver together. So I used my fold over elastic, the white with silver, to kind of pull them together. So when you're sewing this, the necklines are the same. All I did was literally put them together and put that fold over elastic right on top. Very, very simple to do. Really easy sewing. This top, you know, couple hours, you're in and out of it, and it just is so easy and so comfortable to wear. And again, with pairing it with those dark leggings, will look great. I put a belt on it. You certainly don't have to, but if you'll put a belt on it that's the same color, you barely see the belt. It doesn't show anything. It actually makes you look slimmer because it pulls it in just slightly. So it really gives a slimmer look to wear that belt, and when you wear it the same color, it gives a monochromatic effect where you don't see the belt, but you see the benefits of the belt, which is to make you look thinner. So when you are doing a fabric on the cuff, and if it doesn't have a lot of stretch to it, I'm going to suggest that you add to the edges of the pattern. So this is the cuff. This is how it goes. It folds around like that. So if you want to make it larger around, just go to the next size, and then when you're coming down and cutting on your pattern, add both here and here as well, and do that to the front and the back. So I did that with this. It had plenty of stretch, but I was really worried about by the time it changed directions, it wouldn't have as much stretch. So I just cut a little larger around the arm and then on the corresponding band. Not on the width of the band, but just on, not on the width this way, but total around. And that's when you're going to add it to both edges. So really fun product to do. Again, beautiful sculpting on this edging. And when you see it, you really don't even see that lace that I put on top. It really almost becomes one. If you didn't know it, you wouldn't know it. Happy sewing from Silhouette Patterns.